Hey everyone, welcome back to School Never Teach, where we dive into life skills no one really covered in class. Today's question is simple but painful. Why do some people get promoted quickly, even when they're not the best at the job? You might be hardworking, reliable, full of ideas, and yet it's your colleague who's younger, less experienced, and maybe even a bit clueless who's moving up the ladder. What's going on? Well, it comes down to 3 levels of professional skills. Most people master the first level. Fewer get to the second. Almost no one works on the third. But here's the kicker. The third one is what actually makes you rise. Let's break it down. The first level of professional skill is execution, also known as doing. This is where most people start and stay. It's about getting your tasks done, being dependable, producing high-quality work, and meeting deadlines. If you're here, you are probably a solid team member. You're the go-to person for getting stuff done. And yes, this is essential. But it's also expected. Think about it. Every company needs people who can do the work, but they don't necessarily reward you just for doing it well. Why? Because execution is replaceable. Harsh, I know. But if someone else can be trained to follow the same SOPs, the company doesn't have to pay you more. Ironically, if you're too good at your job, some managers won't want to promote you because no one else can do what you do as efficiently. You've become mission critical in the worst way. That's the trap. Being too good at doing can keep you from growing. The second level of valuable skill in your job is management, or making others do. This includes delegating tasks, monitoring timelines, optimizing processes, and keeping your team on track. It's a step up because you're no longer just executing. You're now overseeing others who execute. People here tend to get better titles, larger teams, and yes, slightly better pay. But here's the problem. Many stop here thinking they've made it. Managing well is still about internal performance. You're coordinating people, but within a set system. You're not yet influencing the bigger picture. It's still not where the major leaps in salary or responsibility happen. Why? Because a manager might be efficient, but they're not necessarily visible beyond their team. They don't change how the company is perceived. They don't influence decisions. Which brings us to the third and highest level at the workplace, communication. I know what you're thinking. That's easy. I love talking and I can't stop. My friends love me. My English is great. But this isn't just about being extroverted, speaking fluent English, or making pretty slides. I'm talking about translating complexity into clarity, influencing across departments, articulating the value of what your team does, and pitching ideas that actually get funded. This is the level where people say things like, "She knows how to talk to the C-suite. He always finds the right angle to get buy-in. They made us look good to the client." This is where people get noticed, not just for doing or managing, but for moving people through speech, writing, presence, and perspective. Communication is how you build coalitions, secure budget, defend your team's workload, navigate office politics, and represent your organization in front of partners. This is why someone who doesn't seem like the most qualified but communicates well gets promoted, because they're not just working, they're working the room. So if you're wondering why you're not getting ahead despite doing good work, ask yourself, am I stuck in level 1? Have I tried managing or just taking more tasks? Do I work on how I present, persuade, and position myself? The hard truth is, your value isn't just in what you do, it's in who knows you're doing it, how well you explain why it matters, and how much you can influence outcomes. So, yes, be good at your job, but also get good at telling the story of your job, because that's how you get to the next level. If this video helped, like and subscribe for more life skills that school never teach.